Hello there, my name is Rocco, and in case you didn't got this part yet, I am the founder and owner of the Esoteric Services company and subsequent webpage and subsequent Facebook groups such as Angel and Fury Magic, from which you probably got this video. And today we are gladly going to talk about, and it's almost dawn here, that I like to work at night or any time that I prefer, because time is a relative concept for those who know that have immortal soul. So because our soul is immortal, we don't hold on to time, because time is a lie. There isn't time. Time is something that is made up for comfort reasons, but you don't have to make that comfort be limiting. Just like when the wolf's mother say protects a child or overprotects the child, and then by overprotecting him she might bite too hard. So we're just being general, and we cannot be frustrated in our own expectations, and we cannot be delighted by something that is not real. At the same time, we have to find our golden mean, like Buddha said. And talking about angels and demons, I wanted to focus more on angels, but I chose to shoot this video about both, not because I want you to go into curiosity, but because I want you to know. So just like an exorcist would speak of the devil to make you realize who he is, then with the same purpose I am here to try to comfort you on what he's not and what he is, if he is anything at all. So I would start by a definition of angels. Angels are beings of light, and demons are beings of darkness. Demons aren't by means more powerful than angels, and aren't by any means more bright, and aren't by any means, especially, they aren't more intelligent. This is because they got something wrong in their life, and they haven't made their best life choices. Like you have two friends, and one of them is a professor at Yale University, and that's the angel. And then you have another friend who committed suicide 5 years ago, and that's the demon. Now, who are you going to follow more as an example for your life? The one who got somewhere, or the one who got stuck? So you don't want to follow the one who got stuck, because you might get stuck too. So as we say in Italy, the longer we walk with the or the more we talk to the I better say, paraphrase it, the more we talk to the deaf, the more the deaf can't hear. So in some way, the more demons progress in their obscurity, the more they renounce God in their heart, and the more they get lower in who they are with time, and especially because they have chosen this path for themselves, so they are willing. This is also true, and I'm thinking about the movie Dracula by Francis Ford Coppola. When the exorcist Van Helsing performs was after performing what we could say, well, not completely successful, but a ritual on the person who got bitten by the vampire, and he thinks that the lay people, I mean his friends, the one who are not exorcists, not white magicians, they think that Lucy, who in her real life is vegan, but Lucy, the actress, I mean, who plays these two characters of two main women, the one who plays Lucy, so not Winona Ryder, the other actress, she, the common people think that she is possessed by mistake, or they can't find, she's a victim of it. But the exorcist says that indeed she is a devout follower of Satan willingly and knowingly. So she's not a victim, but she's a perpetrator. So once you, this is why Mother Mary is called also why she is called. There's also deeper reasons, but one of the reasons is that she's called the Immaculate Conception. It means that conceived without sin, therefore unable to sin, therefore never sinned, therefore always clean. But once you have sinned, then the sin stays with you until you repent, whether that is with a priest or a rabbi or at home. That doesn't really matter as long as you ask Jesus to forgive you and you repent. Then automatically you are forgiven. Ask Jesus or ask God, because truly they're united. So before that, your sin stays with you, and that stain, that sin that you committed, knowing that it's a sin, because in truth we know everything already, stays with you until you repent, and that's where the demon comes out, because you've been exercised by the forgiveness of God, because Satan cannot any longer cling on to your mistakes to turn them against you, say by saying, you have done something wrong today, so why don't you do something else that's wrong? What's the difference? Like, you've had an accident today, why don't you try to go out, take your car and have another accident? What could happen to you? You could die. Or at least you'll have fear, and that's where Satan makes you live, between fear and death. Then if you're lucky, you stay with fear for all your life and you don't live. If you're not lucky, you go straight to hell and you die. That's the two extremes. So angels, creatures of light, and demons, creatures of darkness. Although it's inappropriate to say creatures of darkness, because darkness, well, it's appropriate on the one hand because darkness is negative, but on the other hand, light and darkness are concepts that were originally created on a positive light by God. Darkness meaning the night is dark. In that sense, darkness isn't negative, but these terms have so much been fueled with hate and disrespect by Satanists who have made them their own, including darkness, that it has become negative. Although the shadow aspect of you, as some psychologists like Jung pointed out, your shadow side has to be incorporated in you, meaning that not that you have to become a demon or you have to incorporate your negative side, shadow side as the side that you don't know, but still your angelic side. Okay, so the side that you don't know of you has to be known, and therefore it's no longer a shadow, it's no longer darkness, it's known. So once you'll shed light on something, you know it, until it's and it's filled with darkness. It cannot represent knowledge at any level. Okay, knowledge of things past perhaps, but how remembered, and if so, what's left now in your life, and so on. So angels are the ones who never rejected God, and the ones who've always stayed in His light and will always be. So again, the dentist who graduated from Yale University and that always stayed a dentist, okay? And then the demon is the dentist who graduated like the best dentist, perhaps, or one of the best, or just a dentist. Not all fallen angels were, the best, or mixed. Okay, only Lucifer was the first and most powerful. But like Metatron now, who was once a human, he got to be the most powerful angel, and he is stronger than what Lucifer would have been if he had stayed in the light. So again, it's all a matter of the choices that we make daily. It's just about not opposing the current. When you oppose, and don't tell me that salmons go upstream. When you opposing the current, I mean metaphysically, that's life. Okay, it's the nature of the salmon to go upstream, but he's still following his nature, like straight or gay or artist or businessman, like black or white. It's your nature. But the black person doesn't want to be white, and the white person doesn't want to be black, but they complete each other. Okay, so angels are those, and all true colors are gods, right? Angels are, and I'm getting to the book and the movie by Dan Brown, Angels and Demons, who is, well, you can watch the movie if you want. The movie speaks about angels and demons in terms of the Vatican and conspiracy theories, so-called, about, in this case, the Illuminati trying to, in this powerful black symbolism, to kill 4 cardinals, so like priests, but more important. Kill 4 cardinals. Cardinals are also the 4 cardinal points. So killing 4 cardinals. There's some powerful black alchemy behind the movie, and I think that it's best left that way. And same thing with the James Brown book, Da Vinci Code, that supposedly would bring out so many truths. So we believe that angels are real. We believe that the devil is real. We believe, though, that we have to choose the light, although we know that both exist. But light and dark can also be night and day. In our world, we don't need to get down at a lower level, literally, like hell. Okay. I've read somewhere time ago that to the person writing that Lucifer fell with pride, and the person must have been possessed at the time of writing, because then she talked about or mentioned or figured that he would have fallen with dignity. Now, you don't fall with dignity. When you fall on your head, and you don't realize that you're falling. Like, he did not know what he was going to face, although he received like ammunitions that God was going to punish him harshly, and Haniel said to him very harshly, and then moments before he fell, he started feeling sick, like nauseous. Okay, like before we throw up, which is a lot worse, because that's a curse that he created, the creative. So, which is another myth of the devil, that the devil would be creative, but the devil isn't creative because he's not the creator, and it's a force opposing or questioning the force of creativity. So therefore, by being hyper intellectual, renounces that creativity, although it doesn't get to the intelligence or intellect or intellectualism even of any angel of Mercury, but with a positive connotation to all of these words. The devil can take any word and make it hollowed out. This is in Kabbalah what they mean by klipoth, that we're born spirits, so we're born angels, and then we have parts of our empty shells that anchor us to matter. Not me, not you, but at the time of birth we have a lot of times in the movie it's shown how we have an angel talking to us on on our ear, and then on the right ear we have a demon, and then the angel always says good things for us, and the demon always says bad things to us. And that's something that very young kids know. So who do we follow? And we know that in Jewish mysticism, this is also known that we have a guardian angel, but we have our, in this case, negatively, very negative, very strong negative connotation. We have a dark side in the sense of we have not seen guardian demon isn't appropriate. We have made mistakes in our life, and these mistakes, tragically, when we were very young, come together as a rejection of life in a particular way that's incarnated in the aspect of the light spirit and dark spirit. Light spirit in us and the dark spirit outside of us, far from us, but against us. One dark spirit in particular. So this is where we fall more easily. So it's basically the first demon that possessed us since birth, and everyone has one, because truly none of us is free from sin, except for saints. But even saints had, these two aspects. They just conquered the dark one. So it's a few minutes before dawn here in Rome, where Angels and Demons was set, the movie though, and a book as well actually, but can't see the image very clearly. So and these are books who sold million copies, right? So angels are those beings that become one with light and become one with power. Satan is the one who rejected power for the sake of nothing. Okay? What has he got? Nothing. Does he appreciate that nothing that he's got just because God is great? Because if no, his soul would have been annihilated completely. God didn't take part in the battle, and none of the Holy Trinity did. Mary's soul was definitely created but not able yet to handle these things before incarnation. Our soul is very soft, more malleable, because he hasn't been incarnated, and less, in a way, less powerful too. So we decided that angels aren't of fashion today unless it's New Age. So the ones that we want to hear about, it's the demons, because we think that first of all, we think they look better, and then they come to us and they free us from something that in our modern society we're slaves of. And third, we're not sure, but it's cool, right? So this is what it's given us the attention towards the demonic, and we've lost the attention towards the angelic because everything has been said already, we think, because everything is in the Bible. Well, the Bible is certainly coming from God, but God isn't just the Bible. God is much more also, and that's a synthesis of what God is and how God could be represented for humans on this planet. Could be synthesized in definitely his main points. I mean, nothing is missing, but are we sure that God is just that, or do we want to research more? And if we do we believe that we can get even closer to God than what we were taught? Yes, we can. How? by experiencing him, because we can read the Bible by heart, but then if we don't feel it, so if we don't feel God, don't feel his teachings already in our life, which are already in us, we wouldn't even need to read the Bible because they're in us, but we need to read the Bible to make them to have them reawaken in our spirit, and reawaken our spirit to truth. So truth is Jesus, and then the lies are, as many devils as there are out there, there's lies. So it just depends. He could have called the book Demons and Angels and focus more on angels. He called it Angels and Demons, and it seems like it talks more about angels, but in truth it sympathizes with the dark side more. Okay? Why has he become rich? Because he knows a lot of things esoteric, and he was a very powerful magician in past lives, and somehow today, I think. Not that I think he practices it, or I wouldn't say, but magic with his mind, with his willpower, what he wants somehow becomes real, although we truly want the gifts of spirit. So but he knows what he's doing, but this doesn't mean that everything he says is right, and everything he says is holy, and everything he says is God's. So Angels and Demons is quite choreographic, very interesting, a lot of copies sold. I personally wouldn't read the book. I will watch the movie, which makes it a bit lighter, just quicker. Hang on a minute. Sorry, it was so. I guess here in Rome there's people who are drunk, sometimes ring the bell, especially on Sunday mornings. So anyway, Angels and Demons is this book about all of these things that we shouldn't worry about because they're not part of our world, and some of them part of our world, like I don't know, the Vatican and the Illuminati, somehow part of our world, and not that we don't want to be part of our world, but we want to be at peace. So we push back those theories that really we don't like, and we get above them, and we get to the point that we select only what's good and only what's holy. So Angels and Demons, why not just calling it angels? Or if you want to call it Angels and Demons, why not talking about demons in the way that doesn't scare people? So the money that you're getting comes from your past lives that you've lived in deeper accordance with God and the written word of Him, and you know, you can bring 20 lines, like the prophets, they bring 2-3 pages to the Bible, and it sums up to something very beautiful, right? And it's just 2-3 pages that you bring, but they're not even your own. They're copied from somewhere. In this case, in the positive sense, they're copied from God, passed on from God. So it just depends on who we want to be like. And me personally, I want to be more like an angel because I want to be happy and I want to be at peace. And that's the last difference that we're going to talk about today. Demons lack peace, don't have comfort, don't have anything. They are blinded by fear of their own selves, of their own power, of their own love, so much that it was given to them when they were angels. And now they live in the fear of who they could have become if they had the gut to become who they had to become, and they didn't. So may God bless you, my dear friend, and may you always be on the light side. And may you know that even though demons are a lot, angels are a much greater number. So may Jesus be in your heart, and you'll reawaken your inner angel, and may angel wings make you soar higher and draw you closer to God. And may you become a beautiful living angel here for everyone, and a warrior of light to help everyone around you. And may Michael the Archangel give you his sword of light. He's giving it to you right now, so you will become a light warrior. Okay? You thought you were a light worker, you still are, now you are a light warrior too. So embrace that shield of protection and use that sword, and you got what the truth is about in 2 seconds. Angels are good, demons are bad. When you start elaborating too much on these concepts, it means that you want to make a lot of money from not knowing a lot of things. But a lot of things also, But I just think that we should depict the Vatican more for what it is. The Vatican is a place of love, a place where the Pope works for us too, from where he prays for us, and a place of energy irradiation towards the whole world. That's peace and that's love. And these aren't two hollow words, and these are words full with spirit and meaning. Okay? So, again, I want to thank you for following me. And if you want more comments, and my first book is coming in a couple of weeks, if you want more comments, more spiritual help, please write to esotericservices.america at gmail.com. Spells now and forever are $120, and readings are $60 for every hour. And we can do them on Skype, and as for readings and as well as for classes, which I charge $30 for 90 minutes of any type of esoteric subject that you're interested in. I have a large library and many years of study and especially practice of these things. Plus, I have direct connection with spirit, and spirits have granted me the gift, by that I mean Holy Spirits have granted me the gift of both knowledge and teaching. So I am even more justified that a lot of people out there who have read a few books and perhaps channeled from angels, but I wonder, have they received knowledge? And God is knowledge, just like God is everything. God is this room. God is everything that surrounds us, whether spiritual or physical. So, and God is definitely in the Vatican as well, at a higher density. In nature, those particles that don't have enough density tend to break or fall. God is being whole. It's not holy, but whole. Being in integrity, being whole. Closing it up, Angels and Demons as the book, I don't recommend you read it. You wouldn't buy it if you followed Christ, so don't buy it. At the same time, the movie you can see if you're interested, but never in your life, and that's what this video is for, get your interest on evil too much, and never, and that includes watching news that represent or depict evil in every way, just because that's a choice that it's part of our daily reality. And that's everything that journalists ever research on, how people carry on evil, and they never wonder, never care how people carry out good deeds. No news is good news, but that's a rule that they created. The rule of God is that newspapers should promote culture and awareness, not promote fear. So that is something I want to leave you with. And until next time, I'm going to send you angel blessings. And ciao.